Dawn glimmers at the horizon like the gentle lifting of heaven's curtain. You stand at the threshold of a fresh canvas. Night's last shadows retreat behind distant hills. In that fragile hush, every leaf seems to pause, every bird waits before its first note, and your inner chambers sense a radiant invitation. Settle into holy quietude. Nothing clamors for attention except the soft rhythm of your breath, reminding you that divine intimacy often speaks through silence more than thunder. Slight breeze brushes your cheeks as if God's own hand smooths the worries of yesterday. You notice how dew pearls on grass catch the sunrise, mirroring little lanterns of promise. Each glint repeats a message more eloquent than words. Surrender the restless hum of pending tasks and allow calm to unfold. In this sanctuary of early light, you discover that repose is not idleness, it is fertile soil where wisdom germinates. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. These 8 words are less a command than a pathway. They call you to release all self-effort so you may perceive divine sovereignty. In relinquishing frantic motion, you receive more than quiet. You receive perspective, seeing the day from heights you could never scale alone. The scripture linger like mist settling over a quiet lake. Your shoulders loosen. Muscles long clenched by routine exhale their tension. The space between thoughts widens until you discern the subtle pulse beneath all things. A testament that existence itself is upheld by gracious hands. Birds now begin their chorus. Yet the melody does not disrupt serenity. It amplifies it. Creation's song flows through corridors of your mind, clearing cobwebs spun by fear. You might sense inner dialogue, rising questions, confessions, perhaps even doubts. Offer them, unfiltered, to the stillness that now surrounds you. Silence does not demand perfection. Instead, it invites honesty. Behind every question echoes a promise that nothing voiced with sincerity will be ignored. The sky rippens from pale rose to liquid gold, and with each color shift, your heart mirrors new shades of hope. You witness how sunbeams unravel darkness without battle. Light simply arrives, and gloom withdraws. So too can anxious narratives fade when illumined by divine presence. Take a slow breath, then another. Feel air travel down into the depths of your lungs like living water filling an empty cistern. Stay here for a few moments, neither forcing nor resisting, simply receiving what the Father has already prepared. In this gentle morning pause, thresholds become visible, doors once hidden by haste. They are not opened through force, but through yielded attention. Now let gratitude rise, not in loud declarations, but as a quiet flame warming your spirit. Thankfulness, in the cradle of calm, grows into resilience later in the day. Cherish the small, the robin's flutter, fragrance of wet earth, the tender promise that dawn does not fail. These seemingly minor gifts stitch together a tapestry strong enough to hold larger dreams. You stand before corridors of unknown hours, yet fear loses authority in the presence of tranquil assurance. Decisions awaiting you may still be complex, but anxiety no longer dictates their outcome. Heartbeats synchronized to eternal cadence, you find courage to move forward. Not in panic, but in purposeful rest. Before stepping beyond this sacred hush, acknowledge that serenity is portable. Carry it like secret perfume, releasing subtle aroma wherever you walk. When midday noise tries to invade, recall this dawn moment. Let it be an inner lighthouse, guiding you back to quiet shores whenever storms threaten. As light strengthens, fields awaken under a radiant canopy. You notice how seedlings lean instinctively toward warmth, confident that sun and soil will collaborate for their growth. That innate assurance in the natural order nudges you toward spiritual confidence. Unseen hands govern seasons, tides, and galaxies. They can certainly guide one life committed to their care. Yesterday's uncertainties may attempt to trail behind you like stubborn shadows, yet morning light offers a counter story. Where fear projects scarcity, divine abundance writes secret possibilities into ordinary minutes. You do not need detailed forecasts to believe. You need only the gentle assurance that the one who paints horizons also scripts paths for those who trust. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3:26. This wisdom text invites full-bodied reliance rather than partial agreement. Trust becomes an active posture, bending intellect and emotion toward transcendent guidance. When self-calculation yields to holy counsel, tangled roads often reveal hidden alignment beneath the surface. Imagine standing at a river's edge, swift but clear. You yearn to cross yet hesitate, uncertain where stones rest beneath the current. Suddenly a smooth path of stepping stones rises as if placed by invisible architects. That is how divine orchestration often feels: unexpected, precise, perfectly timed. Anxiety subsides because provision precedes each footfall. Perhaps certain hopes seem deferred, prolonged past comfortable deadlines. Remain patient. Seeds hidden underground show no evidence of life until the appointed season. Trust values process as much as outcome, recognizing that unseen roots strengthen future fruit. Your waiting becomes participation in sacred timing rather than passive delay. Recall times when unforeseen help arrived. An encouraging message, a last-minute resource, door flung open at precisely the right hour. Those memories are spiritual landmarks, reminding you to build today's confidence on yesterday's deliverance. Gratitude assembles testimony, and testimony fuels courage. Take another breath. Feel shoulders lifting subtly, not in tension, but in expectation. Your inner narrative shifts from, will it work out, to, watch what goodness unfolds. Such anticipation does not deny challenges. It simply refuses to enthrone them. Circumstances may vary, yet benevolent sovereignty remains steady, mountains anchoring the skyline. Visualize upcoming decisions as hills along a pilgrimage. Some inclines may be steep, yet at every crest vistas grow wider. Every yes to divine guidance turns into momentum for the next ascent. Steps become easier, not because terrain changes immediately, but because heart posture aligns with trustworthy leadership. If concern presses in, release it like feathers caught on wind. You might whisper internally, "Caretaker of my days, hold what feels heavy." In that yielding, burdens lose density. You reclaim liberty meant for journeyers who travel light. Midday business arrives. Embed small pauses within routines. A deep inhalation while pouring coffee. Silent prayer during commute. A mindful gaze at shifting clouds. Each micro moment weaves trust into ordinary fabric. Over time, the tapestry displays a pattern of unwavering faith, vibrant even under strain. Should someone near you stumble, extend gentle assurance. Trust multiplied becomes communal strength. Your steady demeanor can serve as umbrella during their storm. If the message written here awakens you, feel free to share hope with someone who needs it. Sun now claims full dominion over the sky, bathing hills in molten brilliance. Energy hums through treetops. Sparrows dart with renewed purpose, and you sense a parallel surge coursing through your veins. Night yielded. You did more than survive twilight. You arrived into morning equipped for fresh exploits. Wariness that once draped over shoulders like damp cloth gradually evaporates in the warmth of divine empowerment. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. Isaiah 40:31 prophetic poetry likens renewed vigor to eagle flight, suggesting elevation above turbulence rather than mere endurance within it. Strength here is dynamic, empowering sustained progress without depletion. Your capacity expands when anchored in steadfast hope. Picture an eagle catching thermals, rising without frantic flapping, borne upward by invisible currents. That avian metaphor reshapes your understanding of exertion effort, becomes partnership with unseen lift. Inspiration aligns with purpose. Labor transforms into graceful movement. Let memories of fatigue be replaced by narratives of resilience. Times when you pressed beyond perceived, limits serve as evidence that renewal often greets perseverance. Yet today's empowerment is not earned solely by grit. It is gifted through communion. You partner by receiving, then stewarding vitality toward fruitful pursuits. Consider the tasks ahead: spreadsheets, classrooms, caregiving, artistic creation. Each assignment becomes an altar where fresh energy can manifest. Approach them not as drains on limited reserves, but as fields awaiting seeds of capability. Renewal translates potential into tangible impact. If body aches linger, invite restorative breath to bathe each muscle. Visualize healing light streaming through cellular corridors, stitching torn fibers, lubricating joints, clarifying thought lines. Though physical stamina matters, Inner resilience propels outer action. Thought life against narratives of inadequacy. Language shapes stamina. Schedule interludes of motion. A brisk walk under maple branches, stretches beside an open window. Simple hydration rituals. Such practices honor your design, spirit and body intertwined. Strength multiplies when you cooperate with natural rhythms rather than battle them. Speak kindly to yourself. Self-critique wastes energy better invested in creativity and service. Affirmations grounded in divine truth kindle inner fire that external accolades cannot match. You are not merely a vessel to be emptied, but a living conduit of revitalizing flow. Watch how morning light paints each surface anew. Cobblestones gleam, a once dull fence acquires amber glow. Similarly, renewal reframes the familiar. Eyes refreshed by hope glean treasures in ordinary scenes, a coworker's laughter, the aroma of baking bread, the transparency of a child's question. What seemed mundane becomes luminous. Strength also manifests in wise boundaries. Resilience does not mean saying yes to every demand. It means stewarding capacity for endeavors uniquely assigned to you. Decline superfluous burdens graciously, freeing margin to excel where purpose resonates. Finally, direct some of today's vigor toward encouragement. Brief message, a helping hand, creative solution offered generously. Each act functions like a seed of renewal planted in another life. As rivers distribute rainfall into distant valleys, so your revitalized spirit irrigates hearts you may never fully know. Mid-morning reaches equilibrium, shadows shrink, colors sharpen, and a gentle stillness settles amid activity. You notice how serenity serves not only as atmosphere, but as guidance system, similar to a compass aligning with true north. Circumstances swirl, inner calm reveals direction. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. John 14:8. The gift described here is more than emotional relief. It is a stabilizing presence that transcends externals. This peace originates from divine essence, independent of fluctuating conditions. Fear dissolves, not by denial, by superior assurance. Envision sailing across a lake. Wind gusts shift unexpectedly, yet a hidden keel keeps the vessel steady. That unseen ballast personifies the tranquil force coursing within you now. News headlines or workplace deadlines attempt to unsettle. Serenity anchors choices in clarity rather than panic. Cultivate this atmosphere deliberately. Lower shoulders, unclench jaw. Let tongue rest inside mouth. Inhale through nose, counting 4 heartbeats. Exhale for 6. Feel pulse slow. Thoughts decelerate. Within this breathing rhythm, wisdom often speaks, whispering solutions previously obscured by noise. As midday bustle crescendos, phones chiming, traffic rumbling, pause behind closed eyelids even for 10 seconds. Picture a meadow where wildflowers sway gently beneath cloud, dappled sky. Return to that internal meadow whenever confusion arises. Over time, Calm becomes second nature. Responding faster than worry can escalate. Avoid the temptation to equate tranquility with passivity. Peaceful hearts can still confront injustice, innovate boldly, or negotiate complex deals. The difference lies in emotional economy. Decisions emerge from center-ed confidence instead of reactive turbulence. Notice relational dynamics shift when you embody calm presence. Conversations previously tinged with tension soften. Workers mirror your composed cadence. Families gather around your steady tone, like campers around a warming fire. Influence flows quietly, yet persuasively. Guard this atmosphere conscientiously. Distance yourself from gossip streams or digital echo chambers that trade on outrage. Curate inputs the way gardeners filter soil, removing debris to cultivate pristine growth. Read uplifting literature. Listen to melodies that invite reflection. Engage in honest yet respectful dialogue. Should conflict arise, imagine yourself as a river stone. Water rushes over yet does not erode core integrity. Respond measuredly, ask clarifying questions, uphold dignity for all parties. When anger's flames threaten, remember the cool breeze you felt at dawn and let that current prevail. Channel part of today's serenity outward. Send a message of reconciliation. Volunteer for a peacemaking initiative. Simply hold space for a friend's lament without offering premature solutions. Peace multiplies through presence before language. Finally, celebrate small victories of calm. Moment you chose silence over sharp retort. The decision to step outside for fresh air rather than scroll endlessly. The soft smile you offered a stranger. Each instance confirms that tranquility is growing roots, enabling daily navigation by an unshakable compass. Afternoon light leans golden across pathways, inviting forward movement. Earlier sections centered on inward posture. Now attention turns to active companionship with the Holy One. Journeying hand in hand with divine presence infuses routine steps with eternal significance. He has shown you, O mortal, is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. Micah 6:8. This ancient summary distills abundant theology into 3 relational practices: justice, kindness, and humble fellowship form a triad guiding outward expression of inward devotion. Walking implies continual motion, not sporadic visitation. Visualize a shaded trail beneath towering cedars, sunlight filtering through fragrant branches. As you traverse the path, conversation flows naturally, not formal petitions, but organic exchange. You speak in thought, then listen in intuition. Sense is attuned to subtle leading. Humility frames each interaction. You recognize that countless forces, gravity, atmospheric balance, silent labor of unseen farmers, sustain your breakfast alone. Such awareness dissolves entitlement and sparks gratitude, positioning you to treat others with mercy. Justice manifests when you leverage influence on behalf of those unheard. Perhaps a coworker's idea goes unnoticed, you amplify it. Maybe community resources bypass certain neighborhoods, you advocate equitable distribution. Walking with God transforms abstract concern into tangible intervention. Kindness colors small gestures. Holding open a door, offering patient explanation, giving credit freely. These acts seem modest yet accumulate into a culture of grace. Like gentle rain, nourish hearts imperceptibly until blooming empathy surprises even skeptical onlookers. Pace yourself. Companionship with the Creator is marathon, not sprint. Sustainable rhythm alternates exertion and rest, conversation and listening, action and contemplation. When fatigue whispers, slow down and match steps with divine cadence. You need not outrun grace. Stay alert to unexpected detours. An impromptu visit to someone lonely, an intuitive nudge to donate anonymously, a sudden desire to pause and admire sunset's artistry. These deviations often hide treasures of meaning. Shared adventures deepen fellowship far beyond scripted agendas. If missteps occur, and they will, acknowledge, adjust, continue. Condemnation immobilizes, conviction realigns. Imagine a hiker losing footing on loose gravel. A steady hand steadies you, and journey resumes. No rupture is beyond mending when humility keeps dialogue open. Community enriches pilgrimage. Fellow travelers reflect facets of divine character you might otherwise miss. Offer encouragement, receive counsel, celebrate milestones together. Collective progress magnifies joy and mitigates isolation. Return to nature imagery. Just as rivers carve canyons over centuries, consistent companionship with God shapes character, gradually yet unmistakably. Patience with process cultivates depth unattainable through shortcuts. One day, looking back, you will trace elegant contours of grace, etch it across the landscape of your life. Evening rolls its amber carpet across the horizon, preparing stage for stars. Yet before night fully ascends, pause once more in sacred hush. The day has moved from stillness to trust, from renewal to serenity, into purposeful walking. Now gather these threads into a final weave of gratitude and commissioning. Lord, bless you and keep you. The Lord, make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. Lord, turn his face toward you and give you peace. Numbers 6, 4I26. This ancient priestly blessing wraps hearts in protective light. It speaks of watchful care, radiant favor, undeserved kindness, and the deep calm that guards within and without. Receive it as a personal embrace from the one who fashioned dawn and dusk. Feel warmth settle over you like a soft mantle. Memories of today's calm moments rise, shimmering with gratitude. Trust has guided decisions. Renewed vigor has carried tasks. Serenity has directed engagement, and humble companionship has marked each stride. May you rest tonight knowing doors have opened, some visible, others still unfolding. Opportunities aligned with divine purpose now stand before you, prepared through unseen orchestration. You need not force them. You need only walk forward in tomorrow's light as you did in this dawn's quiet. May courage bloom whenever uncertainty whispers. May quiet confidence silence inner critics. May generous mercy flow through every interaction. Let your life echo morning birdsong, inviting weary hearts to lift eyes toward brighter horizons. May you rise again with the next sunrise, ready to rediscover holy hush, to renew allegiance to trust, to inhale fresh strength, to navigate by calm, and to adventure alongside boundless love. May you carry the gentle glow of this blessing into households, workplaces, streets, and secret places of need, leaving traces of hope where despair once lingered.